Hey, self-publisher. So today, continuing with the keyword theme, I want to share this article by the Kindlepreneur or Dave Chesson, and the article is titled 7 Keywords, Use All 50 Characters or Not. Now, there is the use all 50 characters or not, but specifically I want to share how the Kindlepreneur suggests you do your keywords. So this is one way of doing it, and I'll share the main findings as well. But first, let's go straight into what Kindlepreneur suggests you do. And step 1, find 1 to 3 specific keyword phrases. Okay, and he's got some bold wording here to show you what you should aim for. Make sure it's relevant to your book. Make sure shoppers are looking for them. For example, in the drop down under the Amazon search bar, and make sure it's not overly competitive. And this is particularly easy to do if you're using Publisher Rocket. And step 2, fill the rest of the boxes. So this is the 7 keyword boxes. Fill the rest with niche specific terms and phrases. All right, I'm gonna link the article in the description below, but he's got some suggestions for you. So for fiction, here's a list of words that describe your book, and for non-fiction, similarly, you can have a look at that, and you'll have to adapt this to low or no content if that's what you're doing. So that's the summary, but I want to just touch on a few things that the Kindlepreneur in this experiment answers. Okay, I won't go through the whole article, but basically in this article, he went through, he got a few volunteers, about 120 volunteers, I believe, to test out different things for the 7 keyword boxes over here. And here's some of the findings. All right, let's go through. I think there's a few findings I want to just highlight. So number 1, does it help to have all 50 characters in the keyword boxes? And the answer is yes. So that's number 1. Number 2, does Amazon rearrange words and index for them? So for example, if you do like fantasy, mage, dragon, war, or any combination, does Amazon rearrange them? And the answer is yes, actually. Amazon is smart enough that they will index something like dragon war mage with war dragon mage. But let me show you later on that they do actually prioritize having a certain order to those. Okay, so number 3, if I have the same keyword repeated, does it help or does it hurt? And the answer is it doesn't hurt. Okay, it does not hurt, but it does not help either. Okay, so let me just find that wording for you. From our findings, authors did not get penalized for reusing a keyword that is in the title, subtitle, or elsewhere. They also didn't get penalized if they have the same keyword in different boxes. But we also found that they didn't help either. So effectively what this says to me is that although you can have it repeated in more than one place, and that's fine, if you need the phrase and the phrase has repeated keywords, then that's fine, but you must be aware that you're effectively using up that space that you could have used for something else. Okay, and make sure you don't keyword stuff, because that's not something even Kindlepreneur suggests. Now, number 4, does touting a specific phrase help with rankings? Now, this goes on. Links back to the second point I mentioned earlier. So although Amazon's algorithm is smart enough to rearrange phrases, we found that the more specific you were for a particular keyword phrase in the keyword box, the higher you'd initially rank for that phrase. So that will be the answer to that. So it does help to have a more specific, keyword phrase rather than jumbled up. And finally, is it better to put my keywords in title or subtitle or keyword boxes? And the answer is yes, it's better to put it in the title or subtitle. And in the experiment they saw an increase of 37% in the rankings in the title or subtitle compared to just in the keyword boxes. Okay, and there we go. This is not a recommendation to keyword stuff, so please don't keyword stuff. And one last thing over here, he mentions a couple of anomalies. Now, the reason I'm not going to pay too much attention to this is because it's not statistically, you know, he makes it a point here to say what they did was not statistical proof because the sample size was too small, I think. But basically, it says in this bit you can read over here, there was no relevance of the keywords to the book or the metadata. So Amazon, you know, Amazon doesn't just blindly take what you enter here and list. Okay, so it has to be relevant to your book, otherwise Amazon might just ignore it. Okay, and then finally the summary, which I started off with. So you know, please have a read of this this article. It's really useful. In the next video, I'm going to share some of what I personally do. So I use a combination of this. So I do actually use broadly this process, which is I get, you know, very specific phrases, but I may actually enter more words to make the phrase a bit longer. So it goes from a reasonably short long tail keyword, so it might be 2, 3, even 4 words, but I may add on other phrases at the end. And then sometimes I even do this to other keyword boxes. So in the other keyword boxes, I may just put different words to describe my book. So they may not read as a phrase or a sentence, but when you combine them, they will hopefully target the right reader. Okay, so I just wanted to share this article with you because it's got so much information. I highly recommend reading it. I'll include a link in the description below. And if you got any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. I want to know what you think about keywords and how you do your keyword research. Hopefully you found this video slightly useful, really useful, or not useful at all. Let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.